ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಒತ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಿದೆ. Okay, good morning to everybody. I welcome all the students for the fourth semester. Are you able to listen my voice? Is it visible? Am I audible to you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once again, I welcome all of you for the fourth semester. In fourth semester, I am taking the subject called signals and systems. Due to pandemic situations, again we are starting the online classes for first 1 week. Again, based on this situation, we'll decide whether we should go for the online or offline classes. Most probably, we may start the offline class also in future. Now, let us complete the syllabus. We have to start from the day 1 itself. That's why we're starting from the as per the schedule, as per the calendar of the VTU. We are starting the class from the day 1. Now the subjects are a bit difficult in the fourth semester level. That's why I request all the students be serious from the day 1. And attendance are compulsory. Even online or offline classes are monitored very carefully. All online classes attendance are every day we take the printouts and it will be monitored. That's why I request all the students not to miss any classes. Okay? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have to respond when I ask the questions. Okay? Now, subject is signals and systems. It's a new subject for you. Fundamentals of this subjects are very essential. Even for the next semester subjects what we're studying, that is digital signal processing or any other subjects which are learning related to the signal processing. Now, this subject has 5 modules. First one is Introduction to Signals and Systems. Here you are learning the basics of all signals, classifications of signals, definitions of different signals, operations on signals, systems, properties of systems. This is a fundamental concepts you are learning in the module 1. Next, in the module 2, we are learning the time domain representation of LTA systems. That's linear time invariant systems. After that, we are learning the Fourier transformation, Fourier series. Next last topic, we are learning the Z transformation. That is the 5th module. The first chapter is what we are learning, that is Introduction to Signals and Systems. Is very important chapter. You should know all the fundamentals of the subject. Here, first let us note down the textbooks here. Please keep a copy of syllabus with you. Textbooks are, first one is Signals and Systems by Simon Hayek. By Simon Hayek. You have many other textbooks. Signals and Systems by Uday Kumar is there. I think these 2 books are enough. And that I am giving notes also. My classwork is enough. And assignments, what we give, that is also You know. Bonding can refer these books. To have more analytical ability on this subject, exercise problems of this list needs to be solved. That is the Simon Hiking textbook. That is very important. Okay. Please note down what I am writing on the board. After that, I'll ask the complete notes what I did in the class, in the online classes. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Please
Yes.
note down what I'm writing on the board. Okay. Now, I'll start with the basic introduction to the subject. What is signal? First, let us understand the definition of signal, definition of system, definition of signal processing. Then we'll go for the classifications of signals. Today's topic, what I'm going to know is what is signal, what is system, what is signal processing. Next, I'll go for the classification of signals. Classifications of signals. What is the signal? Signal means here is it is a function or a physical quantity which conveys the information. I'll repeat this. Definition of signal is a function or a physical quantity which conveys the information. For example, you can take ECG signal or any other signal. Once you see the signal on the monitor, on the screen, we get some information from that signal. That's why signals are represented mathematically as a function of one or more independent variables. Signals are represented mathematically as a function of one or more independent variables. What are the independent variables here? Time is the independent variable. Spatial coordinates are the independent variables. When you take any signal, suppose write a signal like this. X-axis is the time, Y-axis is its function. So write it as x of t. Write it as an x of t. That is, this is a signal. Here, independent variable is time. With respect to time, we are measuring its amplitude, whether it is a positive amplitude or negative amplitude, whatever it is. This conveys some information to us. Here, since time is a one independent variable, we'll call this as a one-dimensional signal. Okay, since signal is represented using one independent variable, we'll call this as a one-dimensional signal. Suppose if you go for the picture or image signal, their signals are represented using pixels. Pixels are represented using the spatial coordinates, XY coordinates. There we call it as an, since the signal is depends on, or image signal or picture signal is depends on the more than one independent variable, we'll call that as a multi-dimensional signal. If it is depends on two independent variables, then we'll call it a two-dimensional signal. If it depends on three independent variables, x, y, z coordinates, then we'll call it as a three-dimensional signal. That's why we have one-dimensional signal and multi-dimensional signal. If the signal is depends on one independent variable, we'll call this as a one-dimensional signal. If the signal is depends on more than one independent variable, then we'll call it as a multi-dimensional signal. Okay. Now, what is the definition of a signal? Signal is a physical quantity or a function. Signal is a physical quantity or a function which conveys the information. Signals are represented mathematically as a function of one or more independent variables. If the signals are represented using one independent variable, then we'll call it as an one-dimensional signal. If the signals are represented using more than one independent variable, we'll call it as a multi-dimensional signal. Is it clear? This is the definition of signal. Is it clear? Definition of signal, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, once you know the definition of signal, next we go for what is a system? System is here. You can call it any electronics device, we call it as a system, that is either analog or digital system. System is a group of components or a group of devices which are connected together to perform specific operation on signal. Once again, I'll repeat that definition of a system is a group of components or group of devices which are connected together to perform specific operation on a signal. For example, if you take an amplifier is a system. It consists of components like transistor, resistor, capacitors. These are components. You are connecting these components, and what is it? What operation you are doing on the input signal? Weak signal is strengthened. To strengthen the weaker signal, to amplify it to higher amplitudes from the lower amplitudes, we are using the amplifier. That's amplifier is a one system. It amplifies the signal. Similarly, you have communication system, you have control system. There are many types of systems. But what is basically what it does? What is the definition of system is? System is a group of components or a group of devices which are connected together to perform specific operation on a signal. One example I'll give. Example for system, that is being electronic students, we should know how communication system operates. Mobile is a communication system. There's a wireless communication system. Telephone is also a communication system. That is a wired communication system. Okay. Basically, when you take any communication, what communication system does? It transforms the information from one end to the other end, either to wired or wireless communication system. Now, if you take a communication system, the basic elements of any communication system are, it has three basic elements. One is a transmitter, second one is the channel, third one is the receiver. This is the input signal and this is the output signal. Output signal is same as the input signal. In any communication system, output is the estimated version of input signal. Because when you communicate it, what to speak at the transmitter section, same thing should be there at the receiver section. This is called communication system. This is the example for system is, that is one we taken, that is communication. Communication system. What are the three basic elements of communication systems are? One is a transmitter, second one is the channel, third one is the receiver. Again, inside the transmitter, there are so many components are there. Inside the receiver, there are so many components are there. Okay. What transmitter does, what channel does, and what receiver does when you do communication. Transmitter job is here. It receives the input signal. Input signal is in the analog domain. What I'm speaking, that is the input signal that reaches to you through the communication system. Where you have transmitter, you have channel, you have media, and you have next you have the medium you have here. Medium may be a wired or wireless. Next you have an receiver, then it goes to the final user. When you take the transmitter, what transmitter does? Transmitter, it receives the input signal. Input signal is there in analog domain. And it converts this input signal into a suitable form, which is to be transmitted over a channel. Because channel may be wired or channel may be wireless. Suppose in case, if you take a wired system, you can use the wire. In wired system, they are using the coaxial cable, optical fibers. There are many other systems, other wires can be used here. In case of wireless, space itself is the channel. Okay. What transmitter does here is it receives the input signal, it converts that into analog to digital, or it converts that into suitable form based on the channel. Transmitter job is it receives the input signal and converts that into a suitable form, which is to be transmitted over a channel. After that, once it goes to the channel, here, your signal is, when it is transmitting through this channel, here signal get disturbed. Because why signal get disturbed here is, not only your signal is passing through that channel, because in case of wireless, if you take the space itself is the channel. There are so many signals are there. Other signals may interfere with your signal, and due to the physical characteristics of the channel, your original signal may be disturbed. Okay, that's why after passing through the channel, you will get the distorted signal or disturbed signal at the receiver section. Okay. Now, what receiver does here is it receives the signal from the channel. After receiving it converts back into an original signal. How it converts it here is, again you have, suppose if unlock to digital is done, there at the transmitter section, ADC is used, unlock to DC converters are used. At the receiver section, DAC are used, that is digital to analog converters are used. Okay. What is it? It removes the unwanted signal. Unwanted signal means what it is? Signal which I don't want. That is unwanted signal. Now I am speaking with you. Now I am teaching through online mode here. You want to receive only my voice signal. You want to receive only my voice signal. If other signals are interfered with my voice signal, then my voice signal will get disturbed. But what is the receiver job is to remove the signal which we don't want and estimate the original signal which you want. Okay. Noise is also a signal, but the signal which you don't want, that is noise patterns. That's why always at the receiver section, we'll be having the transmitted signal or an input signal, original signal that is added with the noise. Okay. The receiver's job is to remove the noise and remove the unwanted signal and estimate the original signal. Estimation means here is you will not get the 100% original signal, because when I'm speaking it, you'll not be able to. Sometimes you hear complete 100%. Sometimes you will not get that complete information due to the interferences or due to the problem with the reconstruction of the original signal. Okay, that's a receiver job is to reconstruct the original signal. Okay, after that, the receiver receives the original. This is how the communication system works here. Once I repeat this communication system. Communication systems, the basic elements of communication systems are transmitter, channel, and receiver. Once the input signal is given to the transmitter job is to convert this input signal into a suitable form, which is to be transmitted over a channel. which is transmitted over a channel. Next, once it is when the input signal is transmitting over the channel, due to the physical characteristics of the channel and other interfering signals, our original signal is get disturbed. This disturbed or a distorted signal will reach to the receiver point. Once it reaches to the receiver point, then what happens? The receiver job is to reconstruct the original signal. To reconstruct the original signal, what receiver does it? It removes the unwanted signals and it converts that back to an analog domain, because again at the receiver section we need a signal in the analog domain. We cannot take the digital signal as it is, because in the digital system our analog signals are converted to digital. Again, digital should be converted into analog at the receiver section. Okay, receiver job is to reconstruct or estimate the original signal. Okay, this is how the communication system works. Is it clear? Any doubts in system definition of system and definition, that is example of a system? Is it clear or not clear? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
It's clear, sir.
It's clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I given the definition of signal, I given the definition of system. Then what is the definition of signal and system? Definition of signal and system is, signal is a physical quantity or a function which conveys the information which is used in the system. Okay, system job is to do the operation on a signal based on the application. Based on the application here. This is about the what is signal processing? What is signal processing? Signal needs to be processed. Otherwise, you cannot extract the information. Okay. Once you check in heart, that is when you go to hospital, when they check the ECG of any heart patient, what they will do? They'll extract the information from our body. That is, they'll take the signal. The system is there. Your heartbeat is monitored to that system, and it is monitored. That means through that waveform, what they get on the screen or on the monitor, doctor says that condition of the heart patient. That means what basically what you're doing is signal is taken from the source. Signal is taken from the source, and it is operated with the system. After operating with the system, we are getting the information. That is known as extracting the information from the signal. Okay, that's it. Signal processing means here is extracting the information from a signal. Extracting the information from a signal is known as signal processing. Extracting the information from a signal is known as signal processing. Okay. Next is classifications of signals. What are the different classes of signals? Classifications of signals. Classifications of signals. How signals are classified? There are many different types of signals. Signals are broadly classified into two categories. One is analog, another one is digital. But we'll call it as a continuous type signal and discrete type signals. First is the two broad classification of signals are continuous signals and discrete type. Continuous signals are nothing but analog signals. Discrete signals are nothing but that is digital signals.